wrong. When you're wrong, you learn, but when you're right, you don't. When you write this dope, you everywhere. I can hear people talking. You see my name on the ground.
What's up, y'all? It's Jose, and I'm here with Ivan Ives, Santana,
with the homie Drew.
And these guys are the DJ, and this is Ivan Ives. Don't know. All right, so we're just chilling here. Ivan Ives is about to do a show at the Indie Music Awards,
Yep.
right? And yeah, man. So we're just gonna chop it up right now. So first off, Ivan Ives, you have this record that you just did a little while ago, right?
Yeah, this is Newspeak right here.
Newspeak.
Came out May of this year. It's
Okay.
been a minute, but it's still doing strong. You know, it's still going strong. I got Cool Kids on it, Black Milk, Ono, Chrissy P, a bunch of other, Trey Hartson from the Far Side, Tumex. So it's got some really good guests on it, and it was like my big push for this year. You know.
So I guess for those that don't know, tell us about your style. You know, you have a different style. You know, a lot of people would get kind of surprised when they kind of hear you, and then when they see you too. You know, it's a white kid with shaggy hair, as they say.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't have typical style.
Yeah, I mean,
all
right. So when you first see me walking down the street, or you see me for the first time stepping on stage, like, who the fuck is this white kid? Like, what is it? Are we an indie rock show? No, it's not. You know, it's like, I got flow, and it's just something I discovered, you know, and so I make tracks, but the thing is, like, you know, this is me, you know, this is how I wear my hair. It's easy. I ain't gotta do shit. I wake up, you know what I mean? I ain't got any tattoos, you know, like, I don't know. That shit probably hurt too much. I don't know. I'm just myself, you know what I mean? Let me just finish what I was saying. I'm just myself, man. And, you know, I just kind of do what I do, and I make. Definitely my stuff is a little different than what's going on in mainstream rap right now. You know, it's got like an old school sound a little bit, golden era sound, mixed with some new shit, you know, but I'm definitely not like white gimmick rap, which I think people might think I am when they see me or whatever, you know what I mean? Like some LMFAO type shit or whatever, like, I don't know, I'm not on that shit.
Alright, so another thing about yourself, you know, you have a classical background, you play some piano and stuff.
Yeah.
How did that transition you into this hip hop thing, and how's that influence you now?
I played a lot of piano, and that kind of helped me get my musical knowledge down, you know what I mean? So in a way that has had an influence on me, because when I was starting out, I did like a lot of classical beats, you know what I mean? I was really into that kind of grimy shit. I still like to do it sometimes, but you know, I've moved on. But definitely playing the instrument for so long has given me like a good knowledge of music. So it's real, you know, it's real music. And
I guess what kind of community musically are you would you say you're kind of part of?
I guess I'm like in the indie hip hop scene. You know, I kind of end up being like the indie rock choice of hip-hop because of my appearance, you know, which I like and dislike. I don't really care, because I'm not going to change how I look or how I portray myself. So if people want to like me because I look how I look, then whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not going to change that. So definitely say indie hip-hop. You know, some of my shit's been on MTV and other things, so it's like kind of got like a little mainstream feel to it, but as long as I know I keep my integrity and I'm not doing shit just to get somewhere, then I'm cool with it.
Definitely. You know, another thing. I mean, a lot of stuff about your background. It's interesting. You have a film background.
Yeah.
You went to film school.
Went to film school.
How does that transition? You know, how do you like to present yourself visually as an artist?
You know, the cool thing about going to film school is like I have control over how I let people see me, you know, because I'm editing shit, I'm directing shit a lot of the time. So I was doing music throughout college, but I was real focused on my studies and getting my degree. So really I didn't release my first album until I was out of college for a year, you know. So I think the knowledge in film kind of helps me a lot, because I can make videos, like pump them out, and they're still quality, you know, and I'm not going to get dicked over by somebody that's like tries, you know, a lot of people are trying to overcharge people for videos and shit like that. Like, I just think that adding a visual element to my stuff is cool, and like sometimes when I make a song, I'm already thinking about a video. You know, I'm already like, this is what the video is gonna be. Like the Revenge song, I don't know if you saw, it's like black and white video, and when I'm doing the song, I already know what the video is gonna look like.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so another thing, you got some your own record label, independent. You do a lot of independent stuff. You know, No Threshold Records.
Yeah.
How, you know, what made you decide to go that route, and who's the team that you're kind of working with?
My team is No Threshold Records. We have Fresh, the hitman. He's like, you know, one of the main producers. We got Twice. We got Harlow Grenades. We got a bunch of dope people on the label Nochi, and basically what we're trying to do is make a really good indie label for ourselves. I'm not in the business of owning a label. Just kind of like happened, so it's a collective of us that owns it, you know, and I've gotten offers from indie labels about the size of mine. We're now like Digital Distro, I'm making 70% of every sale. I'm getting offers from indie labels that are trying to give me like 10% a sale with like exposure, but I don't even know what that exposure is going to be, so I'm kind of liking what I'm doing right now, you know what I mean? That makes the most sense currently for me.
I guess as an independent artist, what's your thought on, I guess, major labels, and, you know, would you ever think about signing with one, or what do you think? Because they've been kind of going, you know, in decline right now. So
yeah.
What's your thought on that?
You know, I was talking with Zach De La Rocha, because he goes to my gym, and he was telling me, he's like, you know, major labels are this and that. Yes, true, but they can give you one thing that indie labels can't give you, which is a fuck ton of exposure. So, you know, I was always kind of like anti-major label until I was talking to him, and he was telling me, I mean, he didn't compromise his music for a label. So I think if it's possible to keep making what I like to make, and if a major label can see potential in being able to market it or whatever, I'm not against that. You know what I mean? Because after that conversation, I realized, like, yeah, you know, any indie label, like, yeah, you'll have fans, you'll have a niche following. Major label puts you everywhere, and even though they're in decline, they'll still do that. You know what I mean? So that's my feelings on major labels. I don't love them, I don't hate them. It's just it's a different side of things.
All right. So you've been getting a lot of some attention, you know, from a lot of the music outlets like, you know, Rolling Stone, Spin Magazine, and stuff. What do you think about that kind of, you know, major, you know, recognition as an artist?
It's dope. I mean, you know, it's like, in my eyes, like, alright, a lot of people look at me and they're like, oh man, this dude's super successful, blah, 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 because I've gotten these things. And I don't know how I got these things, you know, and then, like, rumors start like, oh, he's a rich white guy, like, he's buying all this shit. I ain't buying shit, you know what I mean? Like, the fact these magazines are acknowledging me is dope because I'm just making music, and that tells me that obviously what I'm doing is at least, like, somewhat dope, you know, and people are recognizing it. You know, so a lot of people look at me, they're like, oh, Ives, he's so successful, blah, blah, blah. But in my mind, like, there's still a long way to go. You know, it's all relative, but I'm happy about the press I've been getting and stuff, you know. Just wanted to continue and take it to new lengths, you know what I mean?
Definitely. So tell us about, you know, this record, this album, not a record, but, you know, you have the lyrics, you know, the content, you're making a lot of references to, you know, Orwell, 1984.
Yep.
Where does that come from for you?
It's my favorite book.
Okay.
You know, and I love concept albums, so you know, I mean, I've read the book a number of times, and I was just thinking of what my next project was going to be and some of the beats that I've gotten for it, and you know, it's not all about 1984 and Orwell and everything, but like, it's definitely intertwined throughout the whole thing, you know. So it's like, they're standalone tracks, they're great tracks, and then I try to, you know, kind of sew it all together with this 1984 concept in mind, like, just like a lot of things that are going on with the government and stuff. Like, I'm not trying to be a very political guy, so I like to be subtle in my political views and things, so people that want to know can look into it, you know. It's in there.
Definitely. So, I guess, yeah, tell us, what do you have, what are your plans right now musically, what do you have coming out right now?
2010 is going to be a huge fucking year, because this is what I'm doing. To my knowledge, nobody's done this before. The first of the month, of every single month for 2010, I'm releasing a new single. They're all singles, not just tracks, they're fucking singles, right? January 1st, February 1st, March 1st, you do the rest, right? So my fans, instead of like waiting for an album, you get the album, it's like, you know, fucking big splooge, you just come and it's done. And you're just like, alright, whatever. No, this time, 12 fucking months, you can pay attention and you can go, like, if you like the song, you could download it, if not, it's cool, whatever. You know, they're gonna be different songs, so the end of 2010, those 12 songs are going to be an album called First of the Month. You know, so I think that's kind of an interesting and cool concept I haven't seen yet, and that's why I'm trying this next year. Instead of releasing just the album, I'm gonna do this and see what happens.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time. Everyone, check out Ivan Ives Newspeak. Where can we check out online?
IvanIves.com. Google me.
All right, it's a wrap.
I'll be gone in the morning by the time you wake, and you'll be gone when I need you, and now it's too late.